Hello, my name is Chris Hayden. I'm the pastor of Kindred UMC. I don't know why I like switched them. Hello, welcome to the Kindred UMC live show. My name is Chris Hayden. I'm the pastor of Kindred UMC. We're not actually live, we're pre-recorded. And this is my living room, or my front room, my study. Living room.
A study.
Who cares? Go.
Hi, I'm Courtney Young. I'm the Director of Community Engagement at Kindred UMC and also a rising TikTok star.
And I'm Preston, and delete TikTok.
Everyone delete TikTok right now. China's controlling you.
That's right.
They can control me all they want if I can
3
continue
second
to
swipes at a
get
time.
lovely videos curated to my For You page.
So we are continuing our discussion and study of the Decalogue, the Ten Commandments, found in Exodus and Deuteronomy. This is our fourth week. And even though it's a Decalogue, a 10 Commandments series, we're not going to do 10 weeks. I'm going to combine some of them. But not tonight. Not tonight.
Interesting look at what's to come.
Interesting look. The Decalogue is divided into not two halves, so to speak, but basically two halves. The first commandments in the Decalogue are about how to love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. And then the second part of it is about how to love your neighbor as yourself. Like, how do we actually deal with other human beings? Right smack dab in the middle is this commandment that kind of like serves as a nice little bridge. All right. So we're going to be looking at Exodus 20, verses 8 through 11. And they go like this. This is God speaking to Moses, and Moses is writing this all down as terms of a contract, a covenant. And this is how it goes. Verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to Yahweh Elohim, the Lord your God. You shall not do any work, you, your son or your daughter, your male or female slave, your livestock, or the alien resident in your towns. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, and the sea, and all that is in them, but rested on the seventh day. Therefore, Yahweh blessed the seventh day, the Sabbath day, and consecrated it. What do you make of that?
Not me immediately feeling guilty the minute you read that, because today I literally told my husband that I felt bad for not doing anything at all today and felt embarrassed because I wasn't doing something productive.
You should.
You lazy, lazy Christian.
Yeah. Yep.
I reckon.
Yeah.
But literally, that was the conversation we had today.
Yep.
Dude, I have that every morning, and then I'm like, oh, I have an 8-hour workday.
Yeah, you're the king of. Oh, we can't just do nothing. We have to be doing something.
Yeah, it shows. Sorry. I literally wrote that. I'm like, take a rest, question mark, reflection, question mark. Is that what I've always thought of that as this? Not necessarily on the seventh day after 6, you should like lay on the couch and watch football.
Yeah, well, so just some interesting history. The Sabbath day is not Sunday.
That's right.
It's Saturday.
Saturday. That's a
Like and language changes, but like Saturday is rooted in the Sabbath. You take a Sabbath on the Saturday. It was the seventh, like the first day of the week is Sunday. And that's when Jesus made all the dinosaurs. No.
One day. Wow. Is that hard-boiled in our DNA? Like, we appreciate weekends?
Well, so there's something interesting going on with like, what in the world made us choose 7?
Well,
like that's a weird.
It's always numbers.
It goes back to phases of the moon. The moon seems to follow 7-day journeys, and like that's why we have the phases of the moon, because it was the most observable thing in the sky other than the sun. And so we have weeks. So like our timekeeping schedules are a little wonky based on what we now know about astronomy. all that is beside the point. The main point is that in early Jewish history, Saturday is the Sabbath. That's the day of rest. Christianity changed that because Jesus rises on Sunday, and so that became the focal point of Christian worship. So like Saturday was the day of going to the temple and like not working in Jewish culture, and then Jesus changed everything, and then Christians began to worship on Sunday because that's when Jesus came back. And that's also like, if you get in the Easter story, one of the points of the Easter story is that Jesus dies on a Friday, and the women who want to go like clean his body and take care of him and prepare him for like funeral services are not allowed to do that on Saturday.
It's nefarious and menacing.
So they're excluded from being able to take care of the body of their loved one because it's the Sabbath.
A bunch of rowdy people.
Yeah. Later, something will happen where the Sabbath was created for man, not the other way around. And like, there's a point to be made here about like, no, the Sabbath is not about oppression. The Sabbath is about like freedom, not the other way around. So to your point, we can talk about and get into like, do you feel guilty about like taking some time for yourself? We should probably work on that. But also, it's your Sabbath. Do whatever, like do what you, like if tilling a garden makes you whole again, then it's not about whether or not it's work. It's about whether or not it's whole. It's holistic.
Yeah, we're very black and white.
Yeah.
Us thinkers.
Yeah. So that's certainly like one major takeaway from this text is like, hey man, take some time for yourself.
Yeah.
Like schedule it's okay and lovely and in fact a commandment.
And progressive
to
work
take
ethic.
some time for yourself.
Yeah.
Like take care of yourself. And that's I think that's an important message for a lot of people in this particular day and age. Particularly in this culture, in like
hustle culture.
Yeah, like yeah.
Hustle culture is not something to be praised.
Every day I'm hustling, you know. Well, work on that is my response. You're hustling every day. Work on that. Maybe find a day to spend some time with your family, and to just like recharge your batteries.
There's games to beat.
Yeah. So that's an excellent just kind of like first level. But y'all know me.
I was gonna say, there's no way this is that simple.
Y'all know me. You know what's up. I got a second level. And I think this is a very important level. So there are lots of ancient codes, like laws. There's Hammurabi's code. There's Egyptian law that we have recorded. There's, just all kinds of, Greco-Roman, there's Spartan law, all these laws, okay? In ancient laws, almost, and even Hindu to this day, and British, I could go on and on and on and on and on, and I don't want to get into a whole rabbit hole of all the different feudal codes that I know.
I do.
Well, we can do that off camera.
Not the right podcast.
Not with me involved.
Yeah, not the right podcast. Here's one thing that pretty much all of them have in common. There are people born into poverty and there are people born into excess. And the people who are born into poverty, something that they or their family did, there's a reason, like they earned it. They're poor or they're handicapped or they're whatever.
Somebody earned it.
Because somebody did some shit.
Yeah.
Somebody caused a problem.
Rockefeller wouldn't be Rockefeller without Mr. Rockefeller.
Well, and that's the other end.
Yeah.
Is that, and if you're born into royalty or the higher caste system or whatever, then it's because you're better. It's because you're better. Obviously. Like, otherwise you wouldn't. Like, look at you. You're more attractive. You're better fed. You're like, obviously, you are a better human person than this poor piece of filth like lower class, nothing. Obviously. That's every legal system in the ancient world. And then comes this new God, this Israelite Yahweh Elohim, creator, redeemer God. And in his top 10, there is this law that says, whether you're rich or poor, whether you're a slave or a landowner, whether you're a donkey or a human, whether you're male or female, whether you're whatever, it doesn't matter. Everyone gets a break. Everyone gets a break. On Saturday, everyone takes the day off. That is new. Remember where these people came from. They were slaves in Egypt, building the pyramids.
24/7, by the way. Like
24/7.
Not a break in
work
sight.
till you die. Like, work till you die or suffer the whip. Like it was gruesome. It was oppressive. It was horrifying. And now comes this new law with this new God that says everyone, regardless of who you are, what class you were born into, what gender you are, what any parameters you could put to divide people from other people, regardless of any of that. And even not even just people, but also pack animals. Like your service animals get a break on Saturday. Saturday means we rest. So, the last time I preached this, because every time you're writing a sermon, you try and come up with like a cool story to tell or some example or whatever, and especially as we do this as dialogue, try to come up with like some cool question. So the last time I preached this was the example that I used, and I think I'm going to use it now too. Here's my example. I'm done. Take 10 minutes to yourselves. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, and I really do mean it. Take 10 minutes and do something that you love, that makes you feel whole. Amen.
We're going to gamble. Oh, sorry.